In this video, I'm going to be taking you through an overview of my Allett cylinder mower and some of the results I've been achieving in the lawn, going from 40mm to a 25mm height of cut. This video is the first video on my rotary to cylinder mower journey series, where we're going to be looking at all the different things you want to consider if you're thinking about switching from a rotary mower to a cylinder mower. My current garden is cut at 40mm, and for the past 3 years I've been using a rotary Bosch electric lawnmower. I've had great results all across the lawn, but I thought as my channel started to grow a little bit bigger and my interest in lawn care got stronger, I decided to buy a cylinder mower, which is the Allett Classic 17. You can see in this video I'm going to be dropping the height from 40mm like it is today down to 32mm and down to 25mm. So here's the new cylinder mower. A cylinder mower works by rotating a cylindrical blade which cuts against this bottom part here, a bed knife. This cutting action is going to give you a much higher quality cut and overall improve the visual appearance of the lawn. It's also going to mean we're able to cut the lawn at much lower heights when compared to a rotary type of mower, and I'm going to get an overall more professional and quality finish. And also giving you guys a really good overview. Let's take a look at the new mower here. Classic it's powered by this Lawncare 85cc petrol mower. On the side we've got a adjustable choke. Moving around the front of the mower, you can see here the ignition switch for on and off, and also the pull cord just on the side of the mower which is started. These mowers actually also come in a battery powered version, but I already had a battery rotary mower, so I thought I'd test out a petrol mower just to see how it compares. And on the top of the mower is where the petrol tank is, which you can just fill up with normal petrol. Definitely don't fill this up on the lawn though. So taking a look at the side of the mower moving round, we've got an adjustable height of cut which is controlled by this front roller and dial mechanism, and it ranges from the scarifying position if you want to implement a scarifying cartridge, which we'll come to in a bit, 9mm, 13mm, 18, 25 and 32mm height of cut. On the front, the grass box is really lightweight and it just sits almost on that groove you can see there onto the cradle at the bottom of the mower. This cradle is actually pretty useful because you can just lift it up and it helps with storage. The mower itself, whilst it weighs a lot more than my petrol mower, it actually stores a lot easier because it folds up like this and takes up less storage space. Working on the front of the mower, you've got the front roller and the back roller. This particular mower doesn't actually sit on wheels, it sits on these two rollers, and this front roller controls the height of the cut. You'll see some grooves in there which is designed not to flatten the grass completely down as the front roller progresses over the lawn. On this side you've got the access hatch where the gets you to the drive mechanism. You also need to undo that when you want to change the cassettes. I'm not going to cover cassette changing in this video, but I may in a future video. But you can see that handle on the top there. You can actually lift out that blade and replace it with another blade or one of the other scarifying or verticut cartridges within the Allett system. This is quite handy if you want to build up a bit of a lawn care product which is all in one, where you can switch out these cassettes and do multiple tasks that you need to do on the lawn. Moving to the side, you've got these screw handles which have got 3 adjustable height settings on. If I'm being honest, I think this mechanism could be improved a little bit. Maybe like a quick lock bike handle or something along those lines might be easier to use, but in the end it serves its purpose and you probably won't be adjusting it too much during its use. The roller is self-propelled, which means when you pull the left hand lever at the back, that actually drives the mower forward, and on the side you've got this dead man switch which can operate the cylinder blade itself. And the good thing is you can actually operate the roller and the blade independently on this model, which means if you wanted to use it for rolling, or even for example to flatten some seed down during overseed, you can control the cutting blade and also perform some maneuvers on the lawn. It's got a variable speed setting, and at the bottom is the turtle shape and at the top is the hare, and you can control the speed of the self-propelled action on the mower. You can see the grass box just sits back into this slot at the front. And let's get into making my first cut with the Allett. I'm going to cut at 32mm, which is setting 5. This is the highest setting on the mower, but it's actually a little bit lower height of cut than I'm used to. Previously I was cutting somewhere between 40mm with my rotary mower. You can see even at 30mm I'm still getting great stripes on the lawn, and what I found with my rotary mower is I didn't tend to get very good stripes when I got to the lower settings. This mower is a lot heavier and it also gives a cleaner stripe because it's sitting on those 2 rollers as opposed to sitting on a set of wheels. I've done this pattern in 2 passes in opposite diagonals, and you can see I've got a really nice defined edging pass around the edge, and the diamonds are still standing out even at 32mm. We've got a really even stripe right the way across the lawn. One thing I did notice about the cylinder mower and its weight is it definitely did flatten down some of the worm casts I'd been seeing in the lawn. But one of my viewers in the last video mentioned to me this afro comb, which I've been using to pull out the worm casts. I've put a link to one of these in the description below, and for a couple of quid it's really useful. You can just slide it under the worm cast, drag it through or comb it through the grass, and it lifts the worm cast right out of the grass. This is going to help you avoid some compaction and dead patches where the soil can actually kill off the grass. It's also going to help with the extra weight of this roller to prevent them areas being squashed down and suffocating out the grass below. This is one of the things I love about the comments from you guys. I'm always picking up new tips, and this has got to be one of my favourite tips that I've picked up, so thanks Brett for that. And if you guys have got any more lawn care tips, please leave a comment in the description below with your favourite lawn care tip. Next up, the cut to 25mm. With all the rain we've been having, the grass has been growing like absolute crazy. It's only a couple of days since I cut it at 32mm, and look at all the grass that's coming off down to 25. The lawn is also a little bit wet for mowing. Some of the clippings are bunching together a little bit, but I really wanted to keep pushing on and get this video out there. It might not be the ideal conditions to mow, but when you got to mow, you got to mow. So here's how we're looking at the 25mm height of cut. Bearing in mind this is not a sunny day at all, so we haven't got much reflection from the sun, and the stripes are still absolutely popping. Now I did not expect to get this good stripes at 25mm. As I've said already previously, I never got a good quality cut or this level of pronounced stripes at the lower heights of cut. So that is one thing I can already tell you about this lawnmower. The extra weight and the cutting style of this mower is definitely helping me get really nice defined stripes. There's a couple of things I'm still getting the hang of with this mower. You can see on this edging pass here, I've kind of missed a little bit going around the outside, and this is just down to me learning how the pass overlaps work with the mower. I find the visibility is a little bit less than what I used to have, so it's a bit more difficult for me to work it out, but that's going to come with time. You can see here some fallout from the grass box, but that's got nothing really to do with the mower itself. The box just needed emptying, and the grass is probably also a little bit too wet to be mowed. But overall, first impressions are really good. Look at those results. I'm going to be doing a follow-on video in the series about all the pros and cons of using this mower and comparison to the rotary. So if that's something you'd be interested in, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to leave me a comment down below on your favourite lawn care tip. In the meantime, here's a couple of videos that you might like.